Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. This is the week 5 and your lecture number 1. Today's topic, human nervous system and nerve cells. Here are some objectives. We have to summarize the role of human nervous system and describe the structure and function of the neurons. Students, do you know what is human nervous system? As human nervous system, in which the brain is the major part of the nervous system and it controls all the activities of the human body. Our every act and our every activity and all the things, they are controlled by the nervous system. You can say brain is the CPU of the, like computer, it is the central processing unit of the human body. In the man and other higher animals, the nervous system composed of mainly there are two components. One is central nervous system and other is peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system, we can also say CNS and PNS. All these components of the central nervous system are made up of neurons. Here you can see the classification of the nervous system, CNS and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system again divided into brain and spinal cord. Brain is the major part of the CNS. And brain is again having three main parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And further we will study about these parts as well. And the peripheral nervous system, it contains autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. And then autonomic nervous system again divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. We will study it in next lectures. Central nervous system comprises of the coordinators, brain and spinal cord. And spinal cord is also called the backbone of our body. And there is a network of neurons from the spinal cord throughout the body. And in the peripheral nervous system, it contains nerves that arises from the CNS and spread in different parts of the body. All these components are made up of neurons. Here is the diagram of the human brain. You can see there are different parts, like there are ventricles. Ventricle are the spaces in the brain: cerebrum, hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pons, medulla, brainstem, cerebellum, midbrain, thalamus and corpus callosum. Now we will study the nerve cells or neurons. These are the basic unit of the nervous system. The human nervous system consists of billions of neurons and there are so many supporting cells. These are called neuroglial cells. Neurons are specialized cells that are able to conduct the nerve impulses from the receptors to the coordinators and from coordinators to the effectors. In this way, they communicate with each other and with other types of body cells. Here is also the picture of the brain: forebrain, midbrain, pons, medulla and cerebellum. We were talking about the nerve cells. The nucleus and the most of the cytoplasm of the neurons is located in its cell body. If we will consider or see the structure of the neuron, it is clear that neuron is composed of cell body and its tail, or called axon. Different processes extend out from the cell body and these are called dendrites. I will show you the diagram of the neuron. Here is the diagram of the neuron. You can see the cell body, and from the cell body many dendrites are arising. Here is the nucleus in the cell, as all cells of the body are having nucleus, so neurons are also having nucleus. There is axon or tail of the neuron. Here is the myelin sheath, nodes of Ranvier and Schwann cells are also present. Now we will study the structure of the neurons. Schwann cells are special neuronal glial cells that located at regular intervals along the axons. In some neurons, Schwann cells secrete a fatty layer called myelin sheath over the axon. Between the areas of the myelin on an axon, there are non-myelinated points called nodes of Ranvier. Students, you know myelin sheath is an insulator, so the membrane coated with this sheath does not conduct nerve impulses. In such a neurons, impulses jump over the areas of the myelin, growing from one node to another node. And these impulses are called jumping impulses or saltatory impulses. And so in this way, the speed of the nerve impulse also increase. Here is again the structure of the neuron: dendroid, cell body, axon, myelin sheath. You can see there is a difference. There is a non-myelinated area. Here the impulse can jump from one area to another area. Again, neurons can be of different types and they are having different functions, like sensory neurons, like interneurons and motor neurons. Students, here are I have given you a link. Click on this link and about the neurons, it will be more clear about this topic. Here is your assignment. You have to write a note on neurons, on the structure of the neurons with the diagram. You can take help from the page number 34 and 35. Okay, thank you so much. See you in the next lesson. Till then, Allah Hafiz.